So hopefully you guys are able to see my screen now, I guess. So let me
Yes,
go to
Navin, we are
Yes,
able to see.
yes, we can see the screen.
yeah, perfect, good. So let me go back to my document. Let me pull out my PPT. Just a minute. Okay, it's over here. Slide so and start from the first slide. Okay, guys. As you know, like I'm Naveen here, and I will be giving you training on the Azure DevOps. So you guys already know that. Okay, so let's get started with the cloud introduction first. Okay, as someone might have told you that if you wanted to like learn auto like Azure, you should understand what do you mean by uh, like cloud. Okay, so let me quickly go ahead, guys, and let me like share some details about the like cloud buddy. Okay, so guys, let's see that if we are talking about the cloud introduction buddy. Okay, so I would be just giving you some brief information about the cloud, what is that, and I'll make sure that you'll understand in the better way. Okay, so guys, you might have I'm pretty sure you are born out in like in 1990s, I'm pretty sure. So in year, if you compare in year of 1995, let's talk about 1995. So that time we like we used to communicate. Okay, communicate with the help, please pardon me the spelling mistake, guys. Okay, communicate with the help of, okay, with the help of like courier or post buddy. Okay, so we don't have a smartphone. Okay, we don't have a smartphone with that, or we can say like phone itself, that time it was not there. Okay, it might be very less one of you. Okay, we don't have phone at all. So guys, whatever the mode of communication we used to convey our regards to our the teammates. Okay, so or your family members, whoever it could be, so used to convey these all things with the help of later only. Okay, so what happened, guys? So those days, let's see, if I wanted to share my information to my family member, it takes 3-4 days of time to deliver that, guys. Okay, so that was the way of communication was very poor that time. So slowly we have come with the phone. So you might be heard an year of 2000, I guess. So year of 2000, I guess 2004 5, I'm not pretty sure about that, people started purchasing the phone. So we have got the phone. Okay, but it was a dummy phone. Dummy phone means like keypad phone. Okay, keypad phone we have got it. Okay, which could, let's see the example, I'm not pretty sure, like because I have Nokia 1600 at the time starting actually. Okay, so it was a phone where you could just store hardly your contact details, and you have to store, you can store maximum I think 30 or 40 messages, that's all. Because we used to get the memory of just maximum of 200 or 300 MBs. Okay, so 200 and 300 MBs maximum buddy. Okay, that too is a memory of the entire phone, we are getting 200 to 3 MB. Please understand, guys, that was more than enough that day, those days. Okay, those days we never need that much of memory, because for that it was it's a new thing for us. If you're able to talk to my relatives and the spontaneous at the same time, that is more than enough. We don't need anything, guys, apart from that. Okay, so that time we don't have the smartphone, you could not able to share hi hello, your photos, your anything, you cannot able to share it, guys. Okay, but if you talk in year of 2000, let's see, I'm talking about year of 2000, I guess 12 or 12 to 15, I guess, say. Okay, so we have got our smartphone. So where we have got a lots of application like Facebook, WhatsApp, Hike, and everything, we have got it. And based on that, guys, we used to convey say hi hello, or we can communicate with your relatives very frequently, guys. There's no objection at all at that time. So guys, where the cloud came into picture, the cloud is coming the picture now over here. So let's see, you have a smartphone. Okay, so if I'm talking about those days, guys, so that day you have a memory of 2 GB, or after that, as the day progresses, you started getting the memory of 16 GB of phone. I still remember that, guys, like my father is having like 16 GB, 64 GB of memory for entire phone. but I have storage of 256 GB of memory in my phone itself. Okay, so please compare those days and today, guys. We, if you have a more data, if you wanted to store more data, you need a more memory, guys. Okay, same thing it happened to the industry also, guys. Okay, industry in the sense is I'm talking about the IT industry, banking industry, healthcare industry, any particular industry, guys. Just imagine the days, guys, whenever you don't have any cloud. So where you guys used to store your data, guys? We used to store our data in our share folder. We used to store our data on the Gmail, or we can say we can store our data on the Google Drive. Google Drive also gives you just 15 GB of memory, not more than that. Okay, you'll not be getting the memory of more than 15 GB of memory, guys. Okay, so that time we have got a need of something cloud. So what happens, guys, in year of 2006? Okay, I could not say the exact month, buddy, which month, but year of 2006 we have got a first cloud platform that is being called as a, guys, AWS. That too, please understand, guys. If I'm talking about AWS stands for Amazon Web Services, and this has been given by Amazon. Guys, we know very well that the Amazon doesn't belong to IT industry, guys. It is very famous for which industry? It is very much famous for only just for the e-commerce platform, for marketing platform. Okay, online marketing. That is it's famous. But I'm not very sure since when they are no trying out to develop that cloud, but they have developed, guys. Okay, they have developed that cloud. And what happen if they have developed, buddy? What happen if they have developed? Like they have given that application to entire world free of cost. Let me say, let me go back to Geo days. Okay, if I'm not wrong, year of 2000, I guess 16 or 17. Okay, in year of 2016 or 17, we have got Geo. That time Geo
Sorry,
was only
sorry to
working
interrupt
for.
you. I think your voice is away from your mic.
Is it better now, Sivaji?
Yeah,
Okay, fine. Thank you, Sivaji. So what happens, guys? Year of 2016, we have got the Geo, and the people we have cost of telecom industry came down. Okay, and we have got that different competitor in the market, buddy. Similar to that, when we have got the AWS in year of 2006, the giant of IT industry, I could say. Okay, the giant of IT industry. If you go with the giant, buddy, who all are the giant of IT industry, guys? We have someone called Google, guys. We have someone called Microsoft. We have someone called IBM. So these all guys are said as a giant of IT industry, guys. See, they doesn't have cloud storage, but the guy who is not from the IT industry, Amazon, they have given the AWS, guys. So what happens? They also worked on that buddy for few days. This guy also worked. These all guys work. So Google has came up with a solution called GCP, that is also called as a Google Cloud Platform. Okay, and if I go with the Microsoft, that is also come as a Microsoft Azure. Okay, so we are here to learn Microsoft Azure, guys. Now let's see, I'm talking about, guys, which one is better. Okay, Azure versus others. Okay, see, in year of 2000, please understand, when the Azure came in year of 2006. Okay, and Azure came in year of 2010. Okay, Azure came in 2010, guys. So when Azure came in year of 2000, that time already we have Amazon. It is there in the market. They already have spread their market in that world. So but what happened, as you compare that, if you're gonna see, we are using Microsoft Teams, we are using Microsoft Windows, we are using Microsoft Word, we are using Microsoft Excel. So all the industry who were using Microsoft product, or who were writing the code in the .NET, they started making use of Azure, guys. So now I can say, guys, earlier, now I can say in year of 2023, I can say Azure is covering the market of 40%, and like I can say, like AWS is covering the market of around 50%, and rest others are in the 10%. Okay, I can say that that the market of AWS is gonna like come down 30 or 40, and this gonna increase 40 in another 1 or 2 years of time. The reason behind, already, like, let's talk about the Geo guys. Okay, so G has already spread the market. Okay, so like Airtel was giving the 4G services, 5G services, 6G services. Future it will come. Okay, it'll take some time, but I'm pretty sure the market of Azure is gonna rise very very, like another 1 or 2 months of time. I'm like another 1 or 2 years of time, and the Amazon like will be remaining with 30 to 40% of BTS, just 30 to 40%. Please believe me. So guys, these were the introduction about the cloud. So now I'm talking about the cloud. What is the cloud here? Let's see. If you wanted to store, you need to store like 100 GB of data. Imagine.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry. So,
Please.
what are the major factors that Azure is going to, overtake the Amazon when compared to in terms of which areas that Azure is gonna take over on Amazon, where Amazon is
Yes.
having more percent than the Azure, right?
Yes, you are right. So we're gonna like we have a list of features of Azure Shivaji. Okay, we're gonna discuss in like several other flights and other classes, guys. So that we're gonna boost off with the Azure as compared to the like other. See, first major things I can say that like let's talk about the repository kind of thing. If you wanted to store the repository, I'm like the code over to the cloud, like we have Azure have their own repository. Okay, but if you compare with that Amazon, so there they're gonna store their code with the help of like a bucket, but they usually the people make use of GitHub and others with the help of no which one they can store that part. So if you go with like again other features, okay, so like it has their pros and cons. I cannot say like no we it's like I mean like this is only the best one and that is not a best one. Okay, but in coming future, all the features which Azure has already, the guys who's already the Azure like Microsoft product, they're gonna like definitely go with Azure because it's very easy for them to upgrade themselves to customize their product with the Azure guys. Okay, right, Shiva? Can
Okay,
we move
thanks.
this away? Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
right. Thank you. So guys, this is about that one. Okay, now let's go to the I was taking example that let's say that I wanted to store a data of 100 GB. Please understand. So 100 GB data I cannot store in my Google Drive. Okay, and if I wanted to store that 100 GB of data in my laptop, it is be there with my laptop only. So it would be the personal, I guess. Okay, personal. But if you wanted to store the same piece of data in your Azure cloud, I'm not talking just a cloud. It can be the like AWS, it can be the GCP, anywhere it is. This is a part of cloud. So if you wanted to store that 100 GB of data on the cloud, what will happen is like no it's gonna it can be accessed by anyone or any point of time. It's not mandatory that it should be there in my Dell laptop, Lenovo laptop, whatever it could be. So it would be there with you in any other platform, guys. Okay, you can go to your office, you can go to your like hometown, you can get that. You already have access of Azure DevOps. Okay, so there we have a repository. From there you can get the data, or you can create your storage account over there and you can make use of that. Okay, so this is the bit information about the cloud introduction.
कितने
So what is
घंटे
the
सोते
cloud?
हैं दिन में?
Cloud means you can store some data. Okay, what are your camera is like on, and you if you want you can close it out here. Okay, it might be disturbing others. Right. So what happens, guys? Like, no, if you wanted to store your
ज़्यादा
data
सोना है,
on the
15
server, you
घंटे
wanted to store your data on the anywhere where you like
हम्म,
anyone can get the access of if they have internet connection. That part is called as a cloud, guys. Okay, cloud computing. I can say that. Okay, because now let's see that why we need the cloud. Okay, why it is the need of cloud. Why cloud is needed.
उनका
The reason
ब्रेन
for that is
थिंकिंग
very
वो
first
सब
reason is
डेवलप होता है सोए तो आराम से बच्चे
hey, I need to make you on the mute, or I need to like remove you if you don't want to go into that mute, buddy. If you don't mind, can you go on mute?
आवाज़ आके क्या आ रहे हैं
Okay, fine. So now what I'm trying to say that why the cloud is needed. Very first is no physical device is needed for this. Okay, no physical device is needed here. I mean, whenever you wanted to go and like download in your like your friend's laptop, your office laptop, where it could be, you can download that. Security is, guys, security is much more important. So if you wanted to, no one can go ahead and like get your data to be downloaded without help of your permission. So security is there, guys. First thing is maintenance is very easy. Guys, please pardon me with my spelling. So maintenance is very easy. Fourth, guys, fourth point is it's highly scalable. That means if you wanted to increase the capacity of your server, if you wanted to increase storage capacity, you can easily scale it up. You can increase it, increase, you can
अब
decrease.
उनके कोई
So these
दवाइयाँ
all
चल रही?
parts, guys, can you please make you mute whoever joined from the visual side. Malti, are you there on the call? Okay, fine. So these are all the part of like why cloud is needed. Okay, let's move ahead, guys. We have to see the demo also. Okay, so let me quickly go with another slide, guys. So we have seen already that here the cloud services are, we have AWS, we have Azure, and we have GCP. Now let's talk something about the AWS. I mean, like, let's talk something about the DevOps, guys. So what do you mean by DevOps? Basically, if I'm saying that DevOps is a culture, okay, so let me explain you with example of DevOps, guys. Let's first understand DevOps. What is a DevOps, guys? DevOps means we have a development and we have something called operations, guys. So let's see that if you might have joined this meeting invite, okay, I haven't sent you the invite, but we have a marketing team, okay, who do take care of sending the links, who do take care of the payments, who do take care of sending the materials to you. So everything is their responsibility. So if I alone it will go ahead and do the marketing, this that time, like I can make utilize my office work, I can take another batch. Okay, so guys, same person cannot do the other that. Let's talk about, guys, if I'm talking, if I heard that
सुभाष
one
वन
day,
कहाँ लगा रहे हैं?
yeah, Atta, like I need to make you on the mute, buddy. Please go on the mute.
कहाँ पे? सुभाषम.
Guys, my apologies. 1 minute.
कौन बोले इतना करो बोल के? क्या बात करते हैं?
Okay, fine.
चलो रख.
I drop the message to the organizer. He will be making him no mute. Okay, fine. So guys, what happens when I'm talking to the DevOps, so we were talking about the DevOps, we do have a two part, we have a development part and we have operations part, guys. So what do you mean by development? What is mean by the operations? So guys, see, understand. The development part will be taken care by the developer and QA, guys. So what is the development? Development means you have to write the code of any application. Let's say I'm talking about the Flipkart. Okay, let's talk about the Flipkart, guys. So Flipkart, we do have like development language. On what particular language it could be? Let's see, it could be Java, it could be .NET, it could be Python, it could be Perl, any type of language it could be, buddy. Okay, so what happens is it could go ahead and it could go ahead and write that programming in that particular language, guys. And after that, can you make a on mute, please? Yeah, please make, like, it's disturbing the class. Okay, so what happens, guys, is development part will be taken care by the developer. He will write the code, and the QA guys will test the code, and the same code need to be deployed to the server. So server deployment will be taken care by the operator guys. So what happens, before the developer team will be working separately and the operator team will be working separately. Let's see what happens is, I am working on one particular guys. Let's see, I'm talking on I have developed the feature of Facebook exam. Imagine that Facebook. Okay, so if I wanted to develop the feature of Facebook, so what happens is, very first I will not be going and develop the anything. So just I'll see the like the UI of the Facebook. Okay, so I have developed it. In future, what happens guys, let's see that the Facebook is deployed perfectly to the client and client has started using it. After 10 days of time, after 2 years of time, we have got an issue that I'm not able to accept the friend request of any new person. Try to understand here. So the issue is that, what is the issue is, buddy? What is the issue? Issue is that I'm unable to, okay, user is unable to, right, accept the friend request. Okay, is not able to friend request, guys. Let's understand that user is not able to accept the friend request. So this is the issue is happening to the real world here. Please understand. This is the production world. So what happens is, Facebook is very big organization. Okay, it has been taken care by the Meta. Okay, Meta is the organization who deals with the Facebook, buddy. So they doesn't like suddenly drop the application of the Facebook. They'll not make it as a downtime. What they will say, they quickly go ahead and check with the developer, okay, whether this is working fine or not. So QA guy will say that yes, this is not working. So what happens is, they will fix the code, and parallelly it will not wait for the QA again to retest the code. Again we have to deploy to the first level, second level, third level. No, nowadays people are working on the CI/CD model, guys. Okay, what do you mean by CI/CD? The CI/CD means continuous integration would be there and continuous deployment would be there. That means that deployment or delivery both are right. So if I'm talking the CI means whatever the changes made by the development team, it will be like saved, it will be made for the QA perspective, and then after that it will be deployed to server. So it will take fraction of second to get it updated, because everything goes in the CI/CD model. We don't have to like no go ahead and start writing the test cases for that, and we don't have to go ahead. No, again we have to move with like no deployment tomorrow or day after tomorrow like that. No. So we used to write a unit test. Okay, so based on the unit testing, once the development is done, we'll make it to the one pipeline. So it will just keep it there, it will pass it, and it will deploy to the server, guys. So on that basis, buddy, the DevOps is working. So you can easily understand with the help of the diagram and with the help of definition mentioned over there. What is the definition is, buddy? A set of practice intended to reduce the time between committing a changes to a system and the change being placed into the normal production. What does mean that? So the meaning of that is, buddy, so if I'm talking about the developer, let's see that there is a Facebook having 1,000 lines of code. Example, Facebook with 1,000 lines of code is there in the real world in the production environment. Please understand. It's a these issues came based on the issues. The developer will make the changes. They'll increase the code to 1,010. Example, imagine that 1,000 lines of code. This is in the which system, guys? This is in the developer system. And but the real time the same code is there with the production environment. Okay, so the changes that happen in the developer system and the changes that is happening in the production the real time, the gap of those changes, difference between these two those changes, okay, the time frame what we are taking it, that has been reduced with the help of DevOps, guys. So that is nothing but it's called as a DevOps. And guys, believe me, DevOps is not a technology, it's a culture. Okay, if interviewer might ask in the interview that, hey, please tell me like whether the DevOps is a culture or it's a kind of I mean like technology, you have to say it's a culture. Okay, so now let's move to the DevOps module. So DevOps, we do have a two different model, guys. Okay, the very first part belongs to the development part, and the very right fast part that is belongs to the like no operations part. The very first part that is you can see that is planning, coding, building and testing, these all belongs to the development part. And the right side, the release and all this belongs to the operation. That means it will be deployed to the server, guys. Okay, this is bit information about that like no introduction of DevOps. Let me move to the next slide, guys. Okay, yes, this is bit much important for us to understand. Okay, so please have a look. Before that, I just wanted to take a concern from other team member. Is it okay, guys? Can we move to the next part? So far, whatever we discussed about the cloud and DevOps, did you understand the basic information about that? Anyone have a doubt so far, whatever we have discussed, guys? Guys,
No.
anyone? No? No one have a doubt what we have seen, cloud or anything? Thank you so much, guys. Okay, let's move to the next part, guys. Okay. So this is really very important, guys. Please make sure that you are focusing on the screen, okay, and don't take anything, guys. Don't do anything. Just have a look on the screen. Try to understand the entire flow. If we understand the entire flow, that is the course content we have to do in the entire 2 months of time. In the 2 months of time, the same thing we would be doing it, guys. So it is entire architecture for that. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah. So first, let me know, guys, whether you are able to see my slide or not. So is it pretty clear to all of you? You guys are able to see?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So see, if this is happening, guys, just a minute. I am just worried that why he has not been the mute. See, guys, like in this world, people are different type. Okay. I'm unable to make a contact with the organizer, guys. Okay. My apologies, guys. Okay. Fine. See, guys, you can see that architecture. So there's a two part of architecture in that. See, if I'm talking about the DevOps, guys, so you might have also have seen that things in the like real things. Azure is divided in the two part. One is admin, and another one is called as a DevOps, guys. So we'll see this clear example over here. We do have one part called admin and we do have another part called DevOps. So this very particular left hand side of the part that is coming to the section of DevOps, and the right hand part, whatever you can see, that will be coming under the part of cloud. Okay. So this is the admin and this is a cloud. See, if I'm saying about the like admin and cloud, so let's first try to imagine that. Let's see that we all I'm like I wanted to throw a party to all of you. Please understand. If I wanted to throw a party, hello, hey Malti, what is this like? Who is there in charge for this meeting organizer? Okay, guys, he has been moved out of the meeting. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's see that I'm talking about the admin and DevOps, guys. Okay, so we do have a two different section of the Azure. We have a admin and DevOps. So I will giving the example that let's see I wanted to throw a party to all of you. Please understand. I know that if you give the example to like anyone, it is very easy for you to understand that. So if I'm talking about the party, so party, let's see that I wanted to organize a party. So what I have to do, I have to make sure that I have to do the proper planning. Planning in the sense, guys, who I wanted to invite to like who all would be coming for the party. First is guest list. Another things we have to go ahead and I have to make sure that we have to decide first the venue. So where is the venue? Okay, where is the venue? That is the first part we can say. Another thing we can say, buddy, after the venue, we have to decide the timing here. Okay, we have to go ahead and decide the timing. Very good. After the timing, venue, and then after that, we have to decide the food. Whether I wanted to go for the pizza party, whether I wanted to go for the biryani party, whatever it could be, or I wanted to throw a party in my home itself. So these all part would be coming into the example of planning, guys. Same thing is called as the Azure board. Let me make you understand the Azure board with the help of real-time expertise, guys. Okay. So let's see, I'm talking about the Azure board. So what is the meaning of Azure board is? Please understand. Azure board is a board where you can plan your work accordingly. That means that who all the different participant would be there for this current release, how much time it's gonna take for, like, I mean, like, how much hour of task I can assign to this particular guy. So these all details, right? The team management, you can say, okay, everything will come under the part of Azure board. And the Azure board, you can easily see that who all the participant of that. So let me log into one of my Azure account, so it will be easy for you to get those information, buddy. Okay, so let me log into my Azure account. It would be easy for you to understand that. Okay, let me quickly log in, guys. Okay, you can have a look on this screen, guys. Okay, so I need to go with the guys. Just a minute, I got an OTP for the validation. So there is a two portal. I'll be showing you very clearly which all the portal you have to log in for the Azure and everything. Just have a look on the demo for time being. Okay, so I have logged into my Azure account. So this is my account here. So what I'll be doing it. So I'll be just showing you this is a portal account, buddy. So I have to go with Azure DevOps account quickly. Uh, I just told you, right? We have a two part. One is the DevOps part, one is the cloud part. So the portal.azure comes for the cloud part, and dev.azure that will be coming for the it's something about like dev part. Okay, so let me log in over there. Something going on, guys. See, sometime what happens if you're gonna, like, not like clear the cache. So it will first time whenever it will click to the dev.azure, it will route to the Microsoft Azure. See, again it's going to go to my Azure. This is a cloud portal. Okay, I'll be coming to that next time. Let me first explain you a bit information about the this one DevOps. Let me clearly delete the cache and all. Now let's try out. Yes, guys. So this is the screen, guys. Okay. So we have some different modules of basically that is called as for you is board. Okay. If you're gonna click on this any particular project. So if you let's say I'm going to Azure 11. So can you see over the screen? So this is different modules of Azure DevOps we do have. Basically, we have board, we have repo, we have pipeline, we have test plan, and we have artifact. So I'm talking about the boards now. So if you go to the board over here, you can see. So you can see over here, what is the title of board? I'm like, what is the task being assigned? So this is the task assigned for the DB, okay, to the Purna. Who is assigned? So assignment part will come. What is the status of now and what is the area path? So these all in this particular section, you can see that what all the task has been assigned to your teammates that you can easily have a look on that. So that's why I'm compared that with the help of planning on Azure board buddy. Okay, now let's try to understand that. Let's see, I have decided I'll be throw the party to my home only. So what I'll be doing it, I'll go to shops, I'll go to the grocery shops. So I'll purchase the masala biryani and other item will purchase from there. I'll go to the non-veg shop. From there I'll purchase the chicken. If you go to the veg, so I'll bring some some coriander leaf and other things I'll bring it. So these all part I'll bring from the third party vendor. So these all part is something front. Let's imagine that you wanted to develop the Flipkart. So Flipkart is not only being developed by the front end guys. So we need the front end people, we need the back end people, and we need the DevOps people. Sorry, database guys. So all those part would be there, okay, and those all guys would be keeping into the queue that first task will be taken care by the front end developer, then the back end developer, then it will be taken by the database, and entire part would be coming into the it will be clubbed together. That is something it's we will go ahead and do the system part, and we'll integrate it, and we'll try to submit it in the format of guys a build. So these all part would be coming to no, and let's see we have got a code of 100 lines of code from the front end. Please understand, if I'm talking to Azure repo, please understand what is a repo. So repo is nothing, it's a repository where you can store your code, you can store your editing your wish. Okay, so let's see that we have a front end guys. So he wanted to write 100 lines of code. Okay, let's see we have a back end guys. So he wanted to write 10 lines of code example. Okay, let's see we have a DB guys, and they wanted to write 20 lines of code. So these all lines of code we're gonna store into the one common share path. That is nothing, it's called as a Azure repo. If I'm talking to just example party example, so this all, let's see I bring that rice biryani chicken and everything. I'm not gonna keep those item in my bedroom. I'm not gonna keep those item in my living areas. So I'm gonna keep those item to storeroom or to your kitchen. Okay, so this is all about the Azure repo. Azure repo is nothing, it's a part of where you wanted to store your item ingredient and everything is. So these all would be going with that. Okay, now other thing guys. Okay, let's move to the next part. So if I'm going, can we use the same subscription for the board? But yes, Manjit, you have to take only one subscription, Manjit. Okay, I'll be showing you, no worries. So tomorrow classes I'll be showing you how to take the subscription and all. We have a two URL. Okay, we have a URL called dev.azure.com. To that, let's see, I'll just write it out also buddy. So we have something called dev.azure.com. This is the path. This is called as a DevOps, guys. And we have a portal.azure.com, buddy. Okay. So this is something called as a, guys, cloud, Azure cloud. Okay. Azure cloud. So you have to take a subscription for this portal.azure.com. Like DevOps is free. You don't have to like not take a permission. You don't have to take the subscription for that. But yes, for making the use of free, you have to take a subscription for portal.azure.com. I will be helping out tomorrow how to take a subscription from no Azure portal, buddy, and it will be valid for 1 month of time and around 15,000 something rupee they will give for credit on your like Azure account. Those amount you can make use of for your like no practice purpose, guys. Okay, so hopefully I have answered your question, Manjit. Isn't it, guys? Manjit, okay, right? Fine, I'll move ahead then. See, you can see here. So we have stored our code in the repository, and that is also we can say we have stored our code on the like repo. So now what happens, guys? Let's see that we have invited everyone for the dinner party. Okay, if I have invited everyone for the dinner party, what happens? So dinner is at like 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock max to max. Okay. So what happens is we have to cook the biryani, right? So where I can cook the biryani, I cannot cook the biryani in my living area, right? So I have to cook, take those items to like my kitchen, and then I have to wash the kitchen, like no chicken, and I have to wash the rice and the turmeric and everything. I'm not pretty sure in that like no how to do all those things, but we have some steps. We'll follow the steps. Step one, we'll clean the chicken, will put turmeric like that. So we are gonna follow some steps, buddy. In the real time, if you wanted to develop a code and you wanted to make it for like deployment, buddy, you have to build the code, buddy. What is the building of code, buddy? Build of code is nothing. You have to go ahead and you have to what to say, like you have to compile the code, buddy. You have to make the code available in the machine language. So this is something called as a compilation, so that you will get an error where the you are stucking out, no, you will get an error and all. So building of code is nothing, it's a like compiling of the code, and the output whatever you are getting for the build pipeline, that is also called as an artifact. Artifact is nothing. Let's see, in the chicken biryani, after the cooking of your kitchen, buddy, what are you gonna do? You have a like your chicken biryani ready, right? So that is a food, right? So that part is nothing. The food is ready for the serving to the your guest. So same similar to that, buddy. The output of build pipeline is nothing. It's like artifact. An artifact is an input for your release pipeline. Release pipeline means you wanted to deploy the code to the server. See, let's see, we have developed the Facebook here. We have developed the Facebook. So we, if I develop the Facebook, I will not be keeping that Facebook for myself use, right? I'll be making the Facebook available for the entire world.
Your voice is not audible.
Hey, hi, yeah, I am. I think something went wrong. I'm like made myself in the mute. I'm pretty sure something went wrong. So what I was discussing, buddy, I was discussing over here that like let's see, whenever the code is ready, right? So my code is ready. So if my code is ready, I have to make that code ready for the entire world, not for the me only. Okay. So I have to deploy the code to the server. Okay. So how you gonna deploy? These all would be taken care by the Azure services, buddy. These all will be taken care by the Azure cloud account. If I'm talking about the party example, buddy, let's see, my food is ready. So my food is ready doesn't mean that no, my guest had like already had the food. No. So I have to take my food to the living area or dining area, where I can keep my food to the dining table. From there all the guests can eat the food. Similar to that, like real time also, buddy, in technical term, you have to deploy the code to the server so that all the user can start making the use of that application, buddy. So is it okay? Do you guys understand that? Anyone have a doubt so far? Guys, feel free to ask anything, buddy, if you have something in your mind. Any doubt? Anyone, buddy? No. Then I'm taking no. I'm moving to the next slide, buddy. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. We have a DevOps component. As you have seen that, right? Board means planning and all will be doing it. I mean, like planning will be done in the test plan, but the real planning to whom we have to assign the which ticket, everything will be done in the Azure board. Then Azure repo is nothing. It's a place where I can place my codes. A pipeline is nothing, where you can create your pipelines to send to the to deploy the code to the server. An artifact is the output of the pipeline, buddy. Okay. I didn't show you in that Azure account, so let me show that in Azure account. If you see here, okay, if you go to Azure account over here, there's a section called repo. Can you see? Guys, are you able to see my screen? So there's a section called repo on the screen. You can have a look over here. Okay. So in the repo, you can see we have a files over there. Can you see? These all are the codes of your project. Can you see? So these all are the codes saved in my repository. Okay. So these are all the part of code. Code is push, pull, and everything will learn in the GitHub. Okay. The very second or third class would be the GitHub class, guys. I'll make sure you are gonna understand what is a GitHub and all. I'll just make sure like no, you understand at least the basic information about the GitHub now only, today only. Don't worry. So I'll moving to the next slide, guys. I'm talking about the job opportunities. Okay, before that, let me go to the GitHub. Let me give the information of the GitHub, guys. What is the GitHub and all? Please understand. Let's see, guys. We're gonna like understand about the GitHub. What is that? See, let's see that I am in my team. Let's see, we have a 4 developers. Please understand. We have a 4 developers. Let's see, Naveen is there. Okay. Let me take the participant list. So let's see, we have Arnav, we have a Manjeet, and we have a XYZ person. I'll taking as a Arnav. I'll take it as Shivaji. Okay, I'll take a like a Manjeet example. Please understand. So let's see, we all are a 4 developers. Please understand. So let's see, Naveen came for first day of time. I have written 200 lines of code. Example, very first day itself. And after that, I became absent for 3 days of time. 3 days I am absent. And this 200 lines of code is very important, buddy. Let's see that I will be absent for another 10 days also due to some issues. Okay, 10 days I will be absent. So what will happen? The dependency, whatever there in this 200 lines of code, it's dependency on me. So it's not possible, it's not feasible for Arnav, Shivaji, and Manjit to come my home and to take my laptop and copy the code. But it's not possible at all. So in that case, what we're gonna do? Daily, how much task you are doing it, you are doing in your local, right? Your local laptop you are doing. Okay. So whatever the task you wanted to do for the daily, you have to paste to your local, and whatever task you are thinking that okay, so this is good. So what you can do, you can move this task to a GitHub. That means you can push this 200 lines of code. Okay. You can push this 200 lines of code. Please understand. You can push this 200 lines of code to the GitHub. And what happens is whenever like Arnav needs that, he can go to your code and he can download that. That is also called as a pull. Okay, so he'll go ahead and pull the code from you. So these are the part of no like example of GitHub I could give, buddy. So I'll make sure you guys are able to understand GitHub very easy manner. Please believe me. Okay. So guys, whatever the part, whatever the topic we're gonna do in this particular training session, because I'm a working professional, I know the pain of the guy who wanted to switch their career from the different no like no domain and the different like no technology. They wanted to come to the Azure. I know the pain. So whatever the topic is being, it will be discussed over in the call, buddy, on the meeting. I'll make sure everyone are understanding that. If anyone, let's say we have a 10 guys, imagine that. If we have a 10 resource who said yes, I'm good for that. So the 10 resources will not be going is enough for me until the last guy of that 11 guy say that yes, I have a doubt. So it's my primary responsibility to clear the doubts of all of you. Until unless it's not clear, I will not be moving to the next topic, guys. That is pretty sure, buddy. Okay. And we have few plus points that I could say. That the very first plus point that I could say, buddy, very soon, okay, maybe like another 1 or 2 month of time, please understand, when you're gonna finish this class, we are launching our e-portal. Visualpath is launching, okay, our e-portal, e-learning portal for Azure, and I'm gonna drop all the videos, short videos, like how you have seen that Udemy, right? Similar to that, not even the similar to that. We will be designing the very better way so that you can understand in easiest way, and we are giving 20 piece. Understand over here, we are doing 20 plus live projects in that. So this course contain only 7 live project, guys. Okay, 7 live major project I'm talking about. Okay, this is, and what are the project will be doing it, guys? I will like showing you that now only. So 7 live major project will discuss, and more than 20 minor project will be discussed. Okay, more than 20 minor project will be discussed, guys. So if I'm talking about the e-portal, right? So there we would be giving there like 20 plus major project. So these all would be given to you free of cost. You will not be charged anything from your pocket for that, buddy. Please believe me. We will not be charged anything for the pocket. Whatever the fee you are paying it, we are giving the lifetime access for this e-portal to you. Okay. Now let's go and try to understand first something about what are the live project we're gonna do. So let me go over there. Let's see the live project that we're gonna do. Okay, so we're gonna do this all major project first. So we will be doing the 7 live project. Very first project we'll be doing in the deployment of e-commerce application in the Azure app services and deploying to the Azure DevOps with the help of CI/CD pipeline. This is a pretty first part. Second part is we're gonna deploy our changes to the Windows Server using the CI/CD pipeline, guys. Third project we're gonna do is with the help of Azure Component, we're gonna deploy that code for the monitoring perspective. Fourth project we're going to do with the Azure Active Directory. Fifth project we're going to do with the Sonar Queue. And sixth important point that you should understand, very, very important here is, whenever you wanted to learn Azure, if you have an experience of more than 4 years, it's mandatory for you not to just learn the Kubernetes, the Terraform and Docker. Just Kubernetes, Terraform and Docker, the basic will not work out, guys. In this particular training, you guys will be given that in-depth knowledge on the Docker, Kubernetes, and Terraform. You don't have to do any extra classes on the Terraform, Docker, and Kubernetes. That is my promise to you. I will be making sure I will be taking 1 week of session extra on these all topics. Okay, so be rest assured, guys. You will be learning the very detail of Terraform, Kubernetes, Docker, not just service, guys. Okay, we'll be learning the detail. Seventh is zero touch infrastructure development and the development deployment to the cloud. So these all the project will major live projects will be doing it. You guys can get this information from your organizer, guys. Now, other thing that I'll be showing you guys is, so I was talking about the slides, right? So here I've said that job opportunity. What is the job opportunity in the market? As you know that, guys, in India people take care of the job through the Naukri profile. Okay, so let me go to the Naukri profile and make you understand that what is the job ratio of Azure in the market. Let's see that I'm writing the Azure, and I'm writing the experience level of nothing fresher to like top end, and I'm giving the, because I do belong from the Hyderabad, so I'm just selecting the Hyderabad. Please understand, I have just selected the Hyderabad, guys. Let's understand how many jobs are there for the Hyderabad. Okay, please understand. So we have around 5,749 jobs right now available in the Hyderabad for the Azure DevOps, where it includes 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, 5 year also. Okay, so these all I'll show you that one thing, buddy. Let me go back. If I give the search history here, I can see that no, in last time when I gave that, it was 1019. In the previous time, 597 has been added, guys. So we have a huge demand in the market as compared to that uh, AWS. We have a very huge demand in the market for the Azure DevOps case. Okay, that is the one beautiful point I wanted to show you. Another beautiful point is like job opportunity. If you wanted to look for the job, you have to consult to our organizer. We are having a very good vacancies of freshers for the trained candidate. Okay, if you wanted to take the training, and after the training you have to send your resume or you have to send the details. We're gonna prepare the resume for you, and apart from that we'll be doing the marketing for you. Okay, so this all part will be taken care by us. Now the beautiful point we have implemented is a major project that you already seen, that job support. This is much important, and this is the extraordinary feature for our program buddy. Let's see, you have
Naveen,
got a job and you put the experience
Naveen,
of
sorry
4 years
to,
of.
Naveen, can you
Okay.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes, please. You wanted to like convey something?
Yeah, I just have one quick question.
Please.
Sorry, in between I got my call
No
was
worries, no
dropped,
worries. Please
and
go ahead.
for
Please
a
go ahead.
while I could not join back. So
Okay, please.
I had a quick doubt.
Please tell me.
Like, do we need to complete the certification in order to get the job, or after completing the
Not.
training, can we apply for a job?
It's an added advantage for you if you do the certification. But please believe me, when I have done the Azure, 2 years of time, I haven't done any certification at all. And I was working as a lead over there. So please believe me, there is no need of certificate at all. But yes, I would suggest if you're very comfortable, you got the job, please go for the certification. First get the job and go for the certification, guys. Okay? First get the job and go for the certification. As you are a freshers in this Azure, don't waste your time in doing the certification. Please work out, please practice it. That is much important for you. Mohammed,
Okay. And
did I
second thing,
please?
sorry, I cut you off. Last question
No
is
worries.
that last time my friend said there are two courses in Microsoft. One is administrator and the other one is development. So I just wanted to understand what is the difference between these two. Like I can pretty much guess at what it points out, but I just wanted to clarify that with you once.
Yes, yes. See, the thing is, like we do have Azure two parties there. If you go for the development, we have one data engineering is there and one AI artificial intelligence is there. Okay. So if you go for like, if you wanted to go for the development perspective, you have to go with the Azure data engineering plus AI. Azure development. And if you wanted to go for administration, that means you wanted to go for the cloud deployment or not. If you have seen just now, right? The slide says here, right? Here the cloud. If you wanted to go for just for administrator, you have to go with the cloud buddy. Okay. The cloud, like Azure administrator is different and Azure development is different. This is entirely different. This is a combination of administration and the DevOps. Both are there. We do have a combination of both over here. And development is a different. Yes. Did you answer that? Did you understand that? Did I answer your question?
Yeah, yeah, I did get the point. But if I complete both certifications, will that be an added advantage, or it will
Obviously.
just be a waste of money?
No, 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 no. It's not a waste of time and waste of money, buddy. See, that's why I'm saying that. If you're already working somewhere, okay, you can make utilize of first learn it, first complete the entire course. Don't start with like no certification. Complete the entire course, then after that go for the certification and start applying the job. If you're not working anywhere and you are in like some support or somewhere, then I suggest you go there. Okay, and after that you have go there, learn the courses and start applying the job. You get the job, then do the certification, buddy. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. So now yes, I'm coming to that point. Sorry guys, I'm extending 5 minutes of time. There's some disturbance in the middle of that. Okay, so I apologize for that, buddy. So the thing was like job opportunity we have seen the job parts, we have seen for like job support. Yes, this is a like a good thing that we are going to do. See, job support in the sense is, buddy, let's say you got a job, you are not able to do your job, you need some help from us. Okay, so you can contact to always you can contact to Visualpath guys, and they will gonna like take some like charge it 10,000 15,000, some charges are there, and they'll help out in the doing your work. So someone will be assigned to you and they will be doing like no around like no 2 hours of task with you, so that you'll be getting like confidence. Okay, so this is about the job support. That's all guys. Let me quickly go to the course content so that I can show you guys. Okay, so course continue over here. See, course content, we're gonna start with like these all parts, guys. We're gonna do for the introduction of the IT. Okay, we're gonna introduce like Linux storage account on premise. We're gonna like make you understand about all the server installation, database servers, and everything. We'll go into a deeper way for the Kubernetes. Entire things will be covered. We're gonna deeper way in like no Docker. We're gonna go into the like no networking in the very detailed way, guys. This is bit information on Docker and Kubernetes. Let's move to the Azure. So Azure, we're gonna start up with like no all the services, okay, on premises, Azure Active Directory, cloud computing, pricing, policies, reason, zones, storage, compute, okay, networking. So we have a different services, buddy. So that everything we cover to that. If you go to the DevOps, guys, this is all the part we're gonna cover for the DevOps, okay. So putting all together, guys, it's gonna take 45 to 50 hours minimum. I'm saying, buddy. I'm not saying that we can complete in less than 45 hours. No way at all. I'll be taking 50 hours of session for this, buddy. Azure DevOps will take me to complete 50 hours of the part. In that, we're not gonna complete all the DevOps. We're gonna complete all the admin part. We're gonna complete depth, Kubernetes, Terraform, Docker, and apart from that, we'll be doing the 7 major live projects, buddy. What I already have shown to you. That is my promise to you. Apart from that, I'm started working on the like e-learning portal. So very soon, another 2 month of time or 3 month of time, you'd be getting that portal as a extra advantage to you. So you can refer for the lifetime. We're gonna create like no short videos and all the topic, so that will be easy for you to know. Like let's see if you are forgetting somewhere after 2 month of time or 3 month of time, you can quickly revise that, buddy. Anything else, guys? That's all for like the day. If you wanted to know something more about the course content, you have to call to this number that is being displayed on the screen. This is a number you have to contact for the course content, for the fee detail, and everything will be covered to in that. In the doc and communities, ISTO is mentioned. So what it so it will be covered. Yes, whatever it is mentioned on the course content, buddy, it will be covered on that. Please believe me. Okay, so that will be covered in that. Don't worry at all, buddy. So let's see, the my aim is, buddy, my aim is to not just to make you eligible for the job, buddy. My aim is minimum 5 years of experience after completing this course you could prove in your the interview. That is my aim. Okay, you would be going ahead and like you'll be like focusing yourself 5 years of experience when you complete this interview, buddy. So pretty sure that you be rest assured, guys, once you complete this course. But I need your time. I need your time of 1 hour for the course and 1 hour for the practice. That's all from my side, buddy. I think we have a Saurabh on the call who have some doubt. Yeah, please, Saurabhji, go ahead.
Yeah, Naveen. So I want to ask one thing. Like in Azure, we use something else for CI/CD pipelines. But if we see apart from that, Ansible is used, Jenkins is used for that, and there is Ansible apart from what we are using in Azure. So that will be covered, or like it.
I would stop over here to you, buddy. Ansible, we are dedicatedly teaching for the DevOps. I'm like AWS DevOps guys. Okay, we are not covering
Hmm.
Ansible over here. But if you are
Okay.
interested, you have to give me another 2 3 days of time for the course. We would be covering the Ansible also if it is needed for you. Since we haven't we haven't done before, but yes, if it is
Hmm.
needed, because I do session for the Azure AWS also. Okay, so Ansible will be covered. We are like focusing more Ansible for the like AWS side.
Yeah,
Okay,
AWS. Right.
yes, if you want that, we'll do 1 or 2 sessions for that.
Okay.
Okay, fine, sir, thank you so much. So guys, you have any doubt, please feel free with respect to any your career, with respect to course content, with respect to now how we're going to learn that. Please feel free to ask any type of doubt, buddy. Courses would be there from 7:30 to 8:30. The link would be the same. There's no change in the link for another 2 3 days of time. You will be giving the free demo for 2 or 3 days of time. After that, you have to like register it, and then we'll go with the new link, guys. Okay. Anything else, guys? If not, we're gonna how we gonna start? Very first, tomorrow session, guys. I'm gonna start with the very basic services I'll be showing you. Okay, very quickly. I'll not go into the detail. First thing, after that I'll be going to the GitHub. I will be teaching you the GitHub, and then after that we'll go to like Linux command. and then after that I'll jump back to the Azure DevOps part, and then we'll go to the Azure services, guys. Okay. Anything else, guys? Nothing, right? Then I have already taken the 50 minutes of time, guys. I apologize because we have some disturbance with one of the folks joined, right? So fine, guys.
Hi
Thank you
Naveen.
so much for joining. Yeah, please.
Is it possible to take morning session class?
Yeah, we do have a morning. What time you are looking for, Pawan?
It's around 7 to 10
7 to 10. Okay. So
between.
we are planning to start our batch in the morning 7:30 to 8:30 in another 2 weeks of time, because we already have running the batch. So it will take another 2 weeks of time to complete that batch. And the new batch we're gonna start by around, I guess, 6:30 to 7:30.
Okay,
Okay, we are thinking on it. So maybe another week of time you have to wait for that. So 6:30 to 7:30 we are planning of.
okay.
It will take 1 week of time, but Pawan. So if you want to continue, you can start continuing here. Whenever in 1 week of time we're gonna start the morning batch, you can jump to that batch. No worries at all.
Okay.
Okay.
In real time, we can survive. How much percentage it is confident to survive in real time?
Minimum, see, buddy, if you're gonna complete this training, guys, my focus is to make you minimum 5 years of experience. You can easily crack any interview for 5 years. If you want to go for more than 5 years, you have to work hard.
Okay,
Okay, but after completing of all the 7 live projects, you can easily crack the interview of 5 years of experience. Simple, right?
okay.
Okay, fine, guys, and thank you so much for joining. Let's drop off over here. Let's meet tomorrow. I will be showing the sample, a very sample demo for how to create the Azure services, and then after that I will teaching you the Azure component in the detail, and then we'll go with GitHub, guys. Yeah, Mehmet, please feel free to ask, buddy. Anything else you have? Fine. If you don't have, let's move to tomorrow session, guys. Thank you so much for joining. Have a nice rest of the
Thank
day.
you.
Good night,
You
guys.
too. Bye bye.